Hello there. Happy Sunday to you all. Why am I here on Sunday? I do not stream on Sunday. Sometimes I stream on Saturday, but I haven't been lately. And I don't know if I will go back to streaming Saturday. It's not because I don't want to stream. It's because there are things to do. There are things to do. There's so many things to do that I'm not grooming my beard. That's how many things to do there are. And those things have changed my schedule a bit. And so I've been on this Monday through Friday kick lately. And so that's what's happening. Good day, everyone. Welcome all to Sunday. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to announce some things that I've been working on in the background, sometimes in the foreground. And before I can do that, though, we need to stop the train because Andrea Fagan has given us a potlatch here, which is just beautiful. And I just want to say thank you so much. This is exactly what I wanted to talk to you about today. And thank you so much for the super chat. That is very, very generous of you, and I appreciate it. It makes all this possible, in fact. Regardless of what may transpire The Patreons and the Super Chats are what's keeping the coal in this train, and it's a beautiful train. My D-Live is frozen. I'm seeing chat, but I'm not seeing video. I hope you guys are doing okay in there. Uh-oh, it says there's 33 people watching. Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, it looks like I do not wash my hair on Saturday, forbearance. Okay, actually I did today. I washed my hair today. It's been a while. And I need some grooming. I do. And I was going to shave, and then Bobby comes out and says, well, whoa. You can't just shave. We have to have a conversation about this. And so the pressure's on. The pressure's on. And so we won't even get lost in that. Last week, I started something called the Dojo. And look, he's trying 2 of them. He's getting 2 of them. He's like, I can get 2 of them. Did you see that? He tried to get 2 of them. Little fucker. He tried to get 2 of them. What a guy. Yeah. So, I appreciate that he doesn't wear a hat on the stream. Thank you, Guy Bear. Thank you. See? Bald. If I was to wear a hat, you wouldn't know that. And then if you didn't know that, you might be like, is he hiding something? And I could still be hiding something. Who knows what's underneath his beard? There could be a treasure map tattooed on my chin. There could be. So the dojo I started last week. What is the dojo? As you guys know, we were trying to create an environment for alchemy at the thing. We were trying to create this campground setting where this alchemy can emerge. When I'm talking about alchemy, I'm talking about the body's electricity. I'm talking about a unlearning ceremony, a ritual. In fact, a ritual so powerful that people will accuse you of turning it into an orgy. That's how powerful it would be. And we were going to do this at the thing. It was all set, right? We were selling tickets. We sold tickets. We had people coming. We had volunteers. We had over 40 volunteers. Thank you, Brent Shineman, for hooking us up with that. And that dream is not dead. And this dojo has always been the model that I saw on the campground. Each campground has their own separate tribe, maybe no more than 19, more like no more than 12, honestly. We'll get to that in a sec. And then each of them would converge on a nationwide powwow. It's a model that is not even new. If anything, we're recalling that model from the land. We're building fires and we're calling that model up, and that's a unanimous form of government. The thing was not unanimous. It was decided without me that this is what we're doing. So we need land to do this unanimously, to create this kind of environment. Now, I don't even say we need land, but it's a canvas that if I had, holy cow, we could do so much with. Most of my career online has been met with the vitriol of people accusing me of doing this for money, of saying you are doing this for money, that you are saying everything you say for the purpose of making money. And that fear and paranoia has been such a vital part of my field that it has affected me. It has affected the way that I've approached selling books, the way I've approached my show. It's approached the way I've done everything. In fact, it's made it so bad that I've been asking for other people to do the work for me and to come up with land, and then to allow me to experiment and show them the power of this canvas on their land. My friends, that has failed. That has failed. Me trying to play the anti-prophet Jesus, meaning the one that doesn't make money and who's therefore spiritually better, has failed. It's not working. And the entire time my book sales have been great. And the entire time as my book sales go, people say, you're just writing that for money. And even though I show them like Neon Revolt, who raised $250,000 and never, ever once asked who was QAnon or even looked at it, I've tried to show over and over again, guys, look how much strife I get for saying what I'm saying. If I was truly doing this for money, I think I would have like a lot more followers. I think I would have sort of my own little bear nation, my own little Richie from Boston nation, my own little Eddie in this stream. And even us, even we have that. There's a guy that's called Legion James. That's concerning me. I love that guy, but I want him to have his name, not mine. Look, you can't, look, he's got one in his mouth. Look at this, guys. Look, he's got one in his mouth and he still wants the other one. Look, so now he dropped that one and then he's going to turn around and leave and go, well, I really wanted that one. And that's the quickening. Way off topic. The scroll quickening is way off topic. So, how do we get this land? How do I do it? Because if I ask for land, I'm called a beggar. When I sell my books, I'm told, well, you're just selling out to Babylon. Randy Mongus was the first to say that. And I was picturing what Randy wanted me to do, and he wanted me to pull the parchment off the tree. He wanted me to masturbate the whale to get the little ink, and he wanted me to plume the hawk and find its feather, and then create all that and hand scribe each book and send them out. And then Randy might reconsider declaring me spiritually equivalent, right? Having the ability to actually do this. And all of this has affected me because I'm a bitch. Because my electrical energy around me has holes. It's the undercarriage. I'm finding new undercarriage all the time. Different tests that are done to me, which change my behavior, but I'm not willing to admit that. I'm not willing to come right out and say, oh, that changes my behavior. I would like to fix that. Why? Because I haven't had the ego to spend on that. And we've seen great people not have the ego to spend. Owen Benjamin can't call me back. Can't reply to my text message, right? Andy Kaufman can't support my stuff. Is Benjamin Balch can't call me back. And all of these I look at through compassion because I know if I'm seeing this in my life, I have the same problem. I'm not even going to call it a problem. I have the same feature. I have the same energetic feature to me. And that same feature is holding me the fuck back. It's holding all of us back. Every one of us it's holding back. And what is holding it back is really comes from a sense of, am I worthy of your current? Am I worthy of electricity? And I get so much props and praise and good juju from you guys all the time that it's easy to even say, well, you shouldn't even want that. You should do it all for this or you should do it all for that. But honestly, my biggest worry that I've been concerned with is the pedestal nature of being on the live stream. That I have to constantly check myself and make sure that the people that are rebuking me and the people that are praising me are exactly read from the same perspective through my mind. I have to filter both, which is hard. It's hard to admit that. It's really hard to admit that. And there are problems that spring up again and again and again. People will adjust their way either too much or not enough to me. And I'm hoping that by sharing this with you, you don't hear it as me complaining or bitching. I'm hoping that what you're going to hear is that I'm trying to explain to you how it works. I'm trying to explain the body's electricity. And there's certain things that I can't tell you about my story in this public forum because of the trolls. It's because of the trolls. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm going to be able to tell you everything. There are things that I have to show you that involve us talking about shame, shame vortex, an inner... what we've been talking about the dojo is that shame itself is your core identity. At your very core, believe it or not, there is shame. And I am not here to tell you you should not feel shame. I'm here to tell you that you need to build integrity around your shame. And when I say integrity around your shame is, I think that you need to analyze your own electric field. And I can help you do that by a living example of showing you mine. Of showing you the problems that I face, the vitriol that I see, and how I try and approach that. How I try and analyze and figure that out. And at no point at all are you supposed to look at me as someone who is a sensei. Someone who's showing you, here's how you do it. What I'm showing you is I'm the example. I'm the one who's bringing myself up as the example so you can watch how the process would look from the outside. And I don't know how that process is going to work because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. I did today, right now, as I'm speaking, I don't have an outline. I don't fucking know. My goal on these live streams, which I think I'm accomplishing, is to find flow state and put myself on camera in flow state. I've been trying to do that all the time. And so I say things like Andy Kaufman. I say things like Amanda. I say things like all the vitriol that you've seen me go through with Owen, with anyone else. They come out. I'm a fountainhead for this stuff. And that fountainhead is going to spurt. It's going to get you wet. Things are going to come out. You're not going to like everything. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't. I should be giving you just as much data to judge me in a what we call harsh light as a positive light. The reason why I need to show you both of those is because I'm trying to tune you away from the idea that there's a good and there's a bad to everything in the world. That there is a secret morality sticker that's been embedded inside of everything in the object, everything in the world. And that if you rip it apart, you will find that sticker and you will know if it's moral or not. And that what you're truly doing with your morality is you're walking around in Target and you're looking for one of those scanners. And you know if you can just find those scanners, you can stick your action, your noun, your identity underneath the scanner and just go bling, and it'll tell you, is it moral or not? And that's the laziest fucking thing you can do. It's the most retarded thing you could think of to do. And we all do it. I do it. And the tax for trying to change that is that people will keep coming up to you saying, you believe in moral relativity. And you hear the regurgitation as if Owen took the words and went, and then spit them in someone else's mouth. And then they did the same. And you realize that what you're dealing with is that people really, really don't like it when you're trying to complicate this scanner. That you just want to go up and say, is this peanut moral? Boop, it's moral. And now you're set. This guy's nervous. I don't know if he has one. Oh, look at that. The music must have given him. He's like, I can do this, baby. The reason why I want a campground is because if people come to this campground, they're sacrificing journey, heartache, strife, uncomfortableness, all that, to be immersed in this different atmosphere. Because they're in that different atmosphere, I have control over the entire campus around them. And I can dilate them. I can take that person and dilate them. And when they're dilated, I can insert new data. I can insert new data into their mind. And I can change their perspective on something. And I can only do that because of how dilated they are. It only works in dilation. Otherwise, it's just neocortex bullshit. And this is one of the things that the dojo helps us do. It's a smaller group setting, which allows for more of a sharing environment. And this smaller group setting is troll-free because everyone who's come into the dojo is paying dues. They're bringing something to it. And that is the filter. That filters it all out. I don't think that all of you need to be in the dojo. I don't want you all in the dojo because there's no way that I could cater to all of those rooms. We need these to be smaller sized things. But if you're interested in learning about your electricity more, I'd like to invite you to join. I'd like for you just to try it out. I want you to look at it as a new form of therapy that's mixed with karate. Because what we're really doing in there is we're finding out what belt we're at, what belt our aperture is at. And the moment you understand, am I a sheep? Am I afraid? Am I yellow? Am I orange, red? Am I now angry at the system? Or am I green? Am I working on compassion for it? Am I learning to use my voice? Am I learning to see things as they truly are? That as you're learning these skills about yourself, you're going to be able to apply them to someone else, and you're going to be able to give them what belt it is they have, and you're going to know how to adjust your aperture to them. Because the white belt is just fingers. It's chicken fingers, right? The fake wings. And that yellow belt is the T-Rex, right? And that fear and that orange, that turns to anger, and you progress up this level. I'm saying all this because the body's electricity keeps missing us. Each of us keep listening to someone else's neocortex. We're listening to the babble. We're listening to the scaffolding justify what it is their keel really wants. And I talk about this as much as I can in our shows. I talk about this. There's nothing that I'm trying to hide in the dojo. We use the dojo for one-on-one. We use the dojo where someone else, not to call her out, but Chris had a great experience in dojo 4 or 3, I can't remember which one, where she started to speak from her neocortex, but truly what happened was she was nervous about being on camera. And because I understood that electricity, I was able to stop, and I was able to ignore everything that was coming out of her mouth, and we were able to just give witness to that electricity. And I'm under the impression that the reason why people watch my show, the reason why people call me insightful, not everyone does, but the reason why some of them call me insightful is because I'm always looking at the body's electricity. And when I look at what people say, what their neocortex spits out, truly all it's showing me is the scaffolding of their own shame. Their scaffolding of their justification. How is it that they justify this decision? How is it that they explain away this other behavior that they simply are not able to admit? And I think that that's where we need to go. And one of the reasons why I want the campground is because I want to train other electricians, somatic electricians. I want to train more. That was a squirrel. It was a chipmunk against a squirrel. And now they both gained their ground. There's one, and Chipmunk's like, I won. I scared away the squirrel. I'm gonna chase him up in the house and kick his ass. Yes. When you start to see everyone else's electricity, you are going to change your own electricity, and you are going to notice that the best way you can calm someone is not with words, not with neocortex, not even with agreeing with them, not trying to solve their problem, but with witness. And witness is this electric connection. And witness will intimidate. And as you develop your skills of witness, you're going to lose friends. That's why you need a dojo. You're going to lose friends. People are going to get angry at you. They're going to call you dangerous. They're going to say, I have to be careful about sharing this work. I have to be careful about that. And they turn into something that isn't what you expected. And it wasn't what you expected because you weren't looking at their electricity. And I failed at this. And I'm going to fail in front of you. And we're going to learn how to do this. Now, the dojo opened last week. It took me a while to get all the software right. In fact, this morning the website was down because something got processed. It's been rebooted now. It's been a couple hours on it, and it's all up and ready. If you want to join the dojo, there's 2 ways to do it. One is with JTrue. You go to jtrue.com. You'll see the dojo. You can subscribe. It's basically what you would pay for Crow or any of these other great shows. The live stream will never change. What we do on the live stream will always stay the same. But after the live stream, we're entering this dojo. And that by subscribing to the dojo, you're basically getting all the downloads because you're paying that due too, which means anyone else that said something personal in there, you're making a sacrifice to hear it. And you're participating in that process as we go. That subscription money gets you access for a year. That subscription money goes to me, and I'm going to buy land with it. I'm going to buy land with it. In fact, I've started consulting because I don't give a shit if people think that I'm evil or bad or whatever for making money. I've begun consulting. I've been consulting kind of hidden away in the background because I don't like getting shit for it, but I don't care. People want my witness because it's fine-tuned, because I work on it, because I put the fucking calories into it. And if anyone wants to book me for a private one-on-one consult, all you're doing is helping me get land. That's all you're doing. And if it's too expensive, then please don't book. It's why we created the Dojo. Because the Dojo gives you that for $99 for a year. Basically, you have 24-hour access. You can download that stuff whenever you want. If that's too much for you, join Patreon, and for $19, there's a tribe membership there. You will get full access to the Dojo, so you can experiment. So if anyone's like, well, I don't know if I want to do that, I want to check it out, then fine. Just put that $20 due down, because you're going to be listening to other people and what they're sharing. And once inside the Dojo, I think what I hope is going to happen, we got about 30 of us in there now. But once inside there, as this thing grows, as it fine-tunes, we're going to be breaking out into smaller classes, different things that we're going to work on. And the things we work on are really going to be strictly more based on belts. And when I talk about belts, I don't even necessarily mean the people who are in the class. I'm talking about how would you change your aperture for a white belt? How would you change your aperture for a yellow belt? Here's someone who's seeing the truth of the world and they're terrified. They're not ready for a green belt, so you can't really appeal to them about, hey, well, Illuminati might not be so bad. Or, hey, maybe Freemasonry isn't what we want it to be, right? This yellow belt, you got to take it down, right? Owen's that yellow, orange, red belt, right? He's halfway between anger and fear. He's not ready for green belt yet. Owen's a really good orange belt, I think. And that's why you see him waffling between the two. And Owen doesn't have to be a green belt. I don't get to call Owen wrong. Owen's a great orange belt. And I think as we start to learn these tools to adjust the aperture, as more people are playing with this, it puts the pressure on me to make an even better, finely tuned unlearning curriculum. And I think we'll grow. And I think what will end up happening is this will end up turning into land. I realize all this sounds like a commercial, but guys, I need you to hear something that's very true. I have to live too. All of what I do depends on my survival. Am I able to survive? When I first started getting books, I shut my water off. I didn't have water for 6 months. My car was repossessed. I almost lost this house. Almost. And I was willing to make that sacrifice because I believed in what I was doing. I'm happy to keep doing that. But I want you to know that the reason why I'm live streaming is because it's hopefully paying my bills. It's allowing me to do more. And right now, thanks to my patrons, thanks to what I have, I'm able to focus on the show about 5 hours a day. I'd love to focus on it more. All the research that we've done, all that stuff. A couple months ago, the show was making a lot more money on YouTube. A lot more, like 4 times as much. Then the demonetization hit, which is fine because we had enough patrons where it's still going. So, everything that you see, the more vital, the more energy it has, the more currency it has, you will find that I'm dedicated to making that my garden, to putting more into that, which truly does show you that I am motivated by your current. Your prana, your belief is transmitted to me through current sometimes, most of the time, not all the time. Sometimes it's curly straws. Sometimes I still get that energy through curly straws. And I love the energy. I think you'll like this dojo. I think you'll like this concept a lot. And I think once we have this on land, picture every new moon, we've got something like this happening. That's why if you're booking a consult with me, you will notice the payment goes to Living Soil Nation. It's that consult is for land. I am giving my witness for 1 hour, and you are giving your witness for 1 hour. And the two of us are working on this land by talking about whatever subject it is we want to talk about. And as the body's electricity starts to come out, your confidence is going to increase. You're going to stop shaming yourself. You're going to stop talking shit about the ego. And you're going to start to peel your fingers loose from that victimhood, from that yellow, orange, fear, red belt shit. Right? Where you're clinging to things like, oh, show me what morality is. As you're like cutting off the tip of your dick. We need a new place for new trainees. There's already people that are so much brighter than I am that are already on top of what I'm seeing right now. They're already right there. They're everywhere. And we need a place for them because otherwise they're going to go back into Babylon. I've lost some beautiful young souls lately to Babylon. They love it there. And the lesbians are winning. The lesbians are winning our women because the women are wearing psychic strap-ons. And we can fix this. But we need to adjust how we understand ourselves. And as some people accuse me, you're just redefining words. No, fuck you. The word still means exactly what it means. I'm redefining your relationship to that word. Your relationship to the morning star will dictate your entire day. That archetype, your relationship to that will dictate your entire day. Your relationship to a torch will dictate what you do with it at night. Are you going to be camping in the dark like a bitch because you're too afraid? Are you going to light that fire and say, I call all sovereign men to it? So this electricity is something I hope that some of you guys will join us and work on, because it's not for everybody. This is a higher, it's not even higher, it's a deeper calling is what it is. It's no different than you wanting to go to the gym and exercise your muscles, except for that muscle is compassion. It's your heartstrings. There's little strings in your heart, little tendons and ligaments. And with too much passion, they can get strained. All kinds of bad shit happens. So, we are starting the dojo number 5 right now. Normally, Sunday there wouldn't be a show. We're going to be recording this dojo. That recording will be available. And hopefully there's people in there. In fact, we'll see. I wanted to show you that to do that, you would go to my website. And when you go to my website, you click on dojo. And if you're not logged in, it'll tell you this is private. And then when it tells you private, you would click on members. And then members would tell you, how to join if you wanted to do that. If you don't want to join for a year, just hop on over to Patreon. There's a link right there, Patreon, and you can check it out that way. So, I appreciate you listening to this ad. I hope that you hear my explanation as to why I'm doing this and what my goals are. And I would like to encourage anyone that calls me a beggar, that calls me in it for the money, or to do whatever, that this is the perfect opportunity for you to speak more to that, to really, really emphasize your point about just how evil and bad this is, that I'm trying to raise money for land. This campground will be amazing. And I think only so many of us see it, and that's all it takes right now. That's all it takes. I'm going to work as hard as I can, and I don't care what arrows are thrown at me for trying to earn money for this. I think we can get this done ASAP really soon, and not 1 minute sooner. Yeah. All right, it's 12. I got guys waiting for me. Thank you guys for being here Sunday. We got a great show tomorrow. We didn't even get into the pineal gland stuff. We didn't even get into that. We have not talked about the suicide switch. We ran out of time Friday because of that rabies bullshit. Stop telling me that parvo, distemper, and rabies are not real or are not transmittable. Stop. Something is transmitting those. We know that. We know that, okay? Stop saying they're not. Yes, you can say they're all this about that, but stop saying that they're not, all right? And that's what threw me off Friday. We're not even going to talk about Monday. See, here I am talking about it again. God. Man. Ugh. All right, guys.
You said it yourself. We just need to calm down.